Hello, my name is Andy Krieger, and I'm the inventor of the Krieger method of accent reduction. We'll also call this how to speak more effectively. You may not have a foreign accent, but you may be an American or a Canadian who needs to know how to speak in a better way. If you have an accent, you may be tired of people saying, where are you from? Sorry, what did you say? Or you don't feel very confident about the way that you speak. So I'm going to help you with all these problems. You might have a decent job at the moment, but if you could speak without your accent, you might have a chance to have a better job. Or you might be looking for your first job, and you should know that if you have an accent, that may be a problem. So you need to learn my easy method to speak without your accent. How did I discover this accent? I didn't go to school to study it, but I'd like to tell you a short story. I grew up in San Francisco, and I came to Vancouver when I was 6. Somehow I was making announcements at my high school because I was elected president. So I was making announcements where I said, hi everybody, come to the dance tomorrow night. There's a basketball game tomorrow lunchtime. Blah, blah, blah. And sometimes kids would come up to me and say, Andy, where are you from? And I wondered, why did they do that? I'd been in Canada for 12 years. But they heard something that was not the typical Canadian speaking. I was very lucky. I went to Stanford University outside of San Francisco. And something happened there that really changed my life. President Kennedy, there I am making the announcements. I missed these slides. So there's Student Council President, there's making the announcements, and here's Stanford. President Kennedy, when I went to Stanford, had started a program a few years earlier called the Peace Corps. The Peace Corps was a wonderful idea to send college and university graduates to Africa and South America to be teachers. And he chose, you can see the man with him, his brother-in-law, Sergeant Shriver. Sergeant Shriver to go around the country and recruit people like me. And at Stanford, he said these words. Remember, he stood on the stage and he said these words. You have a wonderful opportunity to do something valuable in your life. Go to Africa, South America, be a teacher. I want you to do that with me. Hold your hand up. I'm going to go like this. You have, see if you can make have long. Take your hand, bring in a little air and go, you have a wonderful opportunity to do something. Put your tongue up in your palate, to do something valuable in your life. Let's do it again. You have a wonderful opportunity to do something valuable in your life. When that speech was over, I went outside and I signed up to go to Ethiopia. Can you see me there? 1966, 1968, 67. That was many years ago. Why did I go to Africa? Because the way this man spoke was so beautiful. He didn't say, hi everybody, my name is Sergeant Shriver. I'm here to talk about the Peace Corps. He went like this. You have a wonderful opportunity to do something valuable in your life. He had spoken that speech maybe 10,000 times, but it sounded like it was the first time. I came back to from Ethiopia, and I had a wonderful job in California. I got married, and I moved to California, and I got a job for 14 years. I hired movie and television extras. This is important for you. I didn't hire Julia Roberts or Richard Gere for Pretty Woman. I didn't hire Sylvester Stallone for Rocky IV, but I hired all the people behind them. When she went shopping down Rodeo Drive, you can see all the people behind her. Those are the people that I hired. They all have beautiful suits. They look like they belonged shopping on Rodeo Drive. Behind the Russian fighter, you can see 4 very tough-looking bodyguards. I hired those bodyguards. So what's important about that? Every year, for 14 years, I was on a movie set, and I started to hear the way actors were talking, and I loved hearing their voices. I didn't know what they were doing, but I will teach you, because I know now, how to speak like an actor. Actors talk in a certain way. They have a beautiful way of talking. One more part. There you can see the Warner Brothers Studios, where I was able to be inside every day. However, very quickly, I also was the dialogue coach on a Jackie Chan movie called The Forbidden Kingdom. And for 3 weeks, 3 hours a day, I taught Jackie just for 3 hours, but I taught 2 other actors. If you're Chinese, you know Louis Fei, Yifei Lu, or Li Bingbing, and I taught them for 3 hours a day for 3 weeks. And Li Bingbing's accent was about 90%. I got her down to 15. Louis Fei's accent was about 60%. There's not one word in the movie where she has an accent. She did a great job. This man who plays the Emperor spoke without any, couldn't even speak English, and I got him to speak without his accent. And we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, that's the first part of this introduction to accent reduction, introduction to this way of speaking. Thank you very much.